Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore. The Complex. Episode 6. Boo! Ah, bet you didn't see me. I was hiding. Alright. Plan for today's episode. What are we going to do? We're going to build... Oh, I put up a map. Look at it. Ooh. I guess it's the thumbnail for today's video. But the complex is getting pretty big. I put down a bit of a foundation for the creeper farm, and then I started building the tower, and then I was like, oh no. I'm doing it again. I'm doing the thing where I just build off camera. So I stopped. But do have a bunch of resources ready to go. It's gonna be a very easy build. Very repetitive build. Okay, so we want our first spawning floor like 30 blocks above our head. We're on 75. So we want to go to like 105 will be our first spawning floor. Quick math. Ooh, so close. Okay, so this is where we want to start building our platforms. But we only want them to fall, and we'll probably do a couple below, you know, just cause. Okay, they're falling. Do I need the trident tumbler? Ideally, okay, actually, you know what? Let's backpedal. Ideally, I want the AFK spot to be on the ground here. So that's at 64. So 64 plus 30 is 94. So this is going to be our first platform. We will take this down just because this is going to end up moving. And now we've done the proper math. We know where our first spawn floor is going to be. Oh. So we want to catch them in the water. And I'm not worried about, like, this will help soften them a bit, this little fall. But I want the trident tumbler to finish them off so it counts as a player, like a player kill. But yeah, from here, we're going to go out 7 blocks. 8 blocks in each direction. Water flows 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the wall. So what I did build below is just another trident tumbler. Same one we built in the where is it? Oh, it's over here. In the XP farm, it also uses the same trident tumbler. So I did not show that on camera because we have already done that before. But then it'll count as a player kill, and I'm hoping that means more drops. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus a wall. And then double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is why you always double check your redstone. Double check your redstone. Not just, you know, redstone itself as like a kind of quote unquote electricity of Minecraft. But just like your machine, whatever, if it has moving parts or something that's mathy, double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, 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 good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wall. Good. Anyways, this is essentially going to be like the catch funnel. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have water flooding on all sides of this. It's going to all push them into the middle, where they'll go falling down into the tumbler and then be harvested for their gunpowder. I'm going to try and spider proof this one as well, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently, like, there's tons of argument online of like, oh, trapdoors, you need to use trapdoors, you need to use half slabs, you need to use buttons. We're probably gonna use, I guess, half slabs, or maybe just like straight up put pillars. Like, say this was the like spot, we're gonna do rows, right? And so then we have to go like spawning space, button, spawning space, button, spawning space, button. So you like lose 50% of your spawning platform area. So it's like, well, if you're gonna do button, and some people say buttons work and some people say buttons don't, or whatever you're gonna do, it's like, well, you might as well just fill the pillar. And then with that, they don't have any like wiggle room. Like, they can only walk straight or, you know, backwards, whatever. So we might do that. It'll also say with trapdoor placement, because then we only have to put trapdoors every second block. And maybe we do some kind of like checkerboard pattern. Could we? No. Regardless, we'll figure that out when we get there. Let's put in our border first. We'll be able to see the actual footprint that this farm will have. Especially on the skyline. My partner was watching me play the other day, and like, I don't know, I was coming back from like over there or something, and she saw the skyline and she's like, wow, that looks like some kind of crazy futuristic city. Uh-oh, spoilers for next episode. If you know, you know. Here. What could that be? Anyways, that's not today, that's another day. But yeah, today we are building this creeper farm. Hopefully we can spider-proof it. Maybe we just do buttons, because it'll be faster. I don't know. It's like the last one I built on my last hardcore world before I lost it. I don't know. The rates seem good enough. Like, it's just us, you know? So how much spider proofing am I actually worried about doing? Also, everywhere I look online says they need like 3 by 3, 1 by 3. And like, I agree with they need like at least 1 long, or 3 long and 1 high. But they don't need the 3 wide that the wikis and the fandoms all say. Alrighty, good. Now we just gotta fill in the rest. I guess we should sleep. Let's see if we can... Not even water bucket clutch. Let's see if we can do some... No. Oh, we did. Yes! Professionals. You see that? You see him? Look, he knows what we're up to. Get out of here. The harvesting that's going to be going on of his kind. He was here to sabotage our plans. Tisk tisk, I say. And on we build. Hup, 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 hup. Hup, hup, hup. I got a bunch of name tags. Oh, speaking of, I got a bunch of name tags, so now I was able to trap 3 piglins in our bartering hall that we built last episode. So now we can barter. Start bartering. Alright, fill in the platform. And actually we'll take this down because we don't need it anymore. For the time being. So I think it should be right here. Oop, oop. Oh. More than enough, good. It's okay, because we'll need it to build all the layers up later. Hup, hup, hup. This, by the way, I barely run it at 100%. I basically only use the one side. It gets so insane. And like, I don't know, maybe I could get like an auto clicker or something for it, but it's redonkulous. Basically only ever run it at the 50% level. Like with if you have a Smite 5 looting 3 sword though, with it running at 2 portals, you can keep up. If you like got a pretty fast click, you can keep up. But with the 4 portals, it's like so hard to keep up. Plus the sorting system ends up getting overwhelmed anyways. So I quote unquote will warm it up. Like I'll come over and throw the 4 portal switch for like, 10 seconds, and then I'll turn it off and then throw the other switch. And it kind of gives me like a buffer of zombified piglins to start. Because with 2 portals you can keep up, but you can actually, I find you can almost outpace them. I should just add 1 more switch in between. No. I couldn't because of how it's currently. I mean, I could reprogram it so that each portal was on a switch or something, or like the first 2 portals, because that's the most common way I use it. Maybe that's how that's it. Maybe that's a quality of life change we'll make one day. So that the first two, the most common way I use it, are like on one switch together, and then each portal after that is a manual, its own manual switch. Maybe I will do something like that. Platform almost done. I do have a bit of tinted glass, so after we get we have to do one more layer here, because we're gonna need blocks in the corners, because we want to make a flowing cone and not a stagnant pool. So by putting blocks in the corners and a water bucket on top, and no water bucket here, no water bucket here, and then you can do the usual flooding technique along here. And then once you get to this wall, no water bucket here. We're going to put a water bucket here, no water bucket here, rinse and repeat for all four sides. And then you get a nice even cone pushing everything into the center. Whereas if we did all water buckets here and all water buckets here, once they created an infinite water source here, you would just get a ripple effect, and it would make the whole pool stagnant. Anyways, let's go down and get some tinted glass, so that when we do finish the cone, we can at least start putting the glass down, because one, we're going to encase it in tinted glass, and two, it will act as a spawn prevention. Otherwise, mobs like spawning on the edge can be a problem. Alright, let's get this done. Speedy. Oh, I ran out of blocks. Oh, also, I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing some kind of arts and crafts time during the night. And I was just fighting random mobs that like had spawned up. And this creeper was like rushing on me. And a skeleton was also shooting. And my sword has like fire aspect, right? And I hit the creeper once and it's sharpness 5 and it's on fire. And then the skeleton tries to shoot me, and that's right. That's right. Boom. We got, that's right, the C418 cat. Anyways, let's be on what we're doing right now. Oh, you hear that from afar? Okay, well I can't listen to two songs. I mean I can, but not those two songs at the same time. Alrighty, back to building. Getting sidetracked. But yeah, we got our first music disc, so that's pretty cool. This is exciting. Do we go for 2 layers? Why not? Oh, wait. Almost forgot. We gotta flood it first. We came down here for a water bucket. Ow, my ankles. And oddly enough, I think ta-da! That's right. The lava farm has a bucket of water in it for us. Yeah, now we're gonna flood the flushing cone. Hopefully our math is all right. Oh. There was some kind of clear force field that stopped me from entering the farm. So we're not going to do this first because we do want a infinite source. We'll start here. Chaos, chaos. Yep, we did it right. So like I said, as long as you don't fill in this one, we'll put one up here. And not this one, but this one. And then yeah, it's just rinse and repeat from here. If you build a mob flushing farm, you've probably done this before. We put it here, so here. Oop. Just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Oh, and I just got, what's it called? Water walking. Not frost walker. Aqua Affinity is the one that goes on the helmet. Why can't I think of the boots thing? Oh. Depth Strider. Yeah, we got Depth Strider. So now we got super fancy boots. Last wall already. Oh, and this is the wall we started on, so we're like done. Alright, all flows to the middle. Sweet. Let's get out over here, I suppose. Oh. And away we go. Yeah, the amethyst as well. Getting distracted again, but it's night, so we're running away anyways. There's an amethyst there. There's two there and there that are really close together. And then there's a fourth one. Oh yeah, the fourth one's actually right there. But yeah, let's go sleep. But yeah, if you didn't know, oh, well, I guess I hit the ground. I was gonna say, target acquired. You've been standing here forever. Are you like stuck on the ladder? Watch out, bud. Watch out. Oh, okay, rip. Time to skedaddle. Oh. Also been spending a little bit of time at the gold farm, so now we're munching on golden carrots and golden apples. Pretty sweet. Alright, take this opportunity to have a sip of water quick. Let's all have a drink of water together, why don't we? Be right back. Alrighty then. Back to it, back to it. So now I guess we'll finish up what glass we do have, and then it's time to start building these spawning platforms. Then I don't know how close you need to be to geodes. I don't know if it's just like as long as the chunk is loaded, or if there's like a certain distance that you have to be from them. But hopefully we're loading all 4 of them, because it would be nice to be able to finish this glass off. Yeah, we'll fill in the corners. Why not? I don't want some kind of weird lighting bleed to happen because we skipped the corners. Okay, so that was 1 stack. Oop. Oh no, that was more than... Okay, well, I don't think we'll... I don't think we'll get around one more time, which is fine. That is fine for now. Now, the spawning platforms... math. Not here, so we want one here, 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 and here, as well as here and here. Yes. And we'll just put the first one. Maybe we even go put our first layer here. Yes, we will. I used to go like one away from the glass and then put a trapdoor on the end, and I was like, why wouldn't I just go like right up to the glass? You know, only makes sense. You get one extra little spawning spot. Then we want to skip to because I want to I don't know, I kind of want to do trapdoors at the same time, because there's something so monotonous and like repetitive about the trapdoors after that I figure if we break it up by putting in the spawning platforms and then putting in the side trapdoors, and then we have like a solid floor, and then as we build the next floor, we don't have to worry about falling all the way falling all the way through the farm. If we do take a fall, not that like it matters, we'd land in water, but I'd rather only fall one floor and then just go back up than have to fall all the way down. And then, yeah, we'll put the trapdoors on it anyways. But that's our first layer on that side. See? Also, fun fact, with tinted glass. I know I'm using a silk touch pick right now, but with tinted glass, it's not a prerequisite to have silk touch. You can break it with like a normal pickaxe. The more you know. But we gotta go down for some blocks. Hello, hello. Guess we can put this away for now. And we also need a bunch of the trapdoors. Oh, you know, I brought over 2 water buckets for us. Completely forgot about that. We don't need a shovel right now. But I want my spyglass. See more. See more of the spyglass. Oh, I like a good pun. Play on words. See? We make an artificial floor. Boop, 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 boop. Now we're safe. Now we don't fall in the farm anymore. Because once we are completely done the farm, we have to go through and we have to flip every single one of these again. But that is another day or another stream maybe, or we'll see how much we get done. So we have to build quite a few layers. I think I want to build about like probably at least 5 or 6 layers. It's usually what I go for. I wonder if we can kind of I bet you I could click it though. Almost. Oh, I did get them all though. And then we want to put the trapdoor on this side. Yes. Because then they'll think this is a block and they'll walk into the wall. Guess we're on the edge. We also have feather falling 4, so like, you know, it would be just a scratch. Wee, wee, wee. So much room for activities. Alright, let's get these last platforms. I guess we should make, if we're going to do the button thing, maybe we should start putting in the buttons too. Decisions. Do we want to do it? Yeah, probably. Alright, get these last... Oh. Couple of trapdoors in, and then I guess we'll go sleep. Oh. Oh. Why you gotta be like that? Boop, boop, boop. Ah, look at this sunset. Don't stare directly at the sun. Oh, I'm so silly. Alright, let's go sleep. Hup, hup. 284 days already. Holy. Closing in on 300 days of Minecraft hardcore. Wake up, drink a glass of water. Alright. First layer done. Wonder if we got... Should we go peek at the amethyst farms? It's not even farms. I just dug out all the blocks that give us the shards. Let's quickly go check. Why not? Hup. This is the closest one. It's a bit of the way down, by the way. Ooh, looks good, looks good. Oh man, but we got real full pockets. Let's get out the rich pick. You don't want to take out these ones, but you want to take out these ones. And not with silk touch. You want to use, yeah, fortune. Had to double check, make sure I was using the right one. Oh, it sounds so magical in here. This is like, oh man, this is like extremely soothing. Like this is tickling my brain. Like it's such a wonderful chime. This one. I haven't really set up scaffolding walkways to make this easier to harvest. So we're just going to try our best to get as much as we can. I was not expecting it to be this fruitful in here yet. I think that's everything I can reach. I almost filled our inventory from this one farm. Cool. Means we can make at least one more stack of tinted glass. Because it's 4 to 1. So you need 4 pieces of amethyst, 1 piece of glass, and that will yield 2 pieces of tinted glass. Oop. Oh, you got 2 stacks. And we can get more. Woohoo! Look at that. Awesome. Alright, let's go put down a couple more layers of glass. Another couple, if we can go up. This should be enough. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed it again. Yeah, look at that. Now we for sure can go around on a 2 stack, which will get us up to our next spawning layer. We don't need to put in the glass either as we go. We could technically just build all the spawning layers, put on the roof first, but we have 3 more geodes we can, oh no, okay. Okay, so it gets us like 1.5 around. Okay, we'll have enough. But yeah, we have 3 more amethysts we can check in on as well. But realistically, we might only be able to build half the farm today for how many layers I want to put in it. But progress is being made at the complex regardless. Oh, I didn't put in all my trapdoors. Silly me. That's okay. We have the solution. Up. We'll just come up here. We'll just steal a couple of scaffoldings so we can get out after. Like that. Oop. Oh, I missed one. Go. Boom. We did it. Yay. Oh, another misclick. I'm supposed to be good at this game. See, now we can just build real fast. Oop. And then we can put in. Do we just... Yeah. Should we put buttons? Should we put buttons? Also, you're in my way. Or do we just take the passive string? Because I don't plan on building any kind of string farm or spider farm, because spider farms are always a handful because of the whole climbing walls and whatnot. So you know what? We're just putting in the trapdoors. Although, maybe... maybe we don't even put in upper trapdoors. And we just take an all-mob farm. Because it's like not like having extra bones around and zombie flesh we can trade because we have a bunch of clerics and it's like a very heavy trade. It's, you know, 32 per emerald. The bones we can always make into bone meal. Plus then we get to build a big fancy sorting system. No, because I always want that at first and then like 13 double chests of rotted zombie flesh later, I'm like, why did I do this? I'm so indecisive, but we're putting in the trapdoors. It's gonna be creepers and spiders can come too, I guess. Maybe we'll try the buttons. Maybe we will try the buttons. Maybe because trapdoors are viewed as a block, maybe it's why they can spawn. Oh, it's already night again. We just got started. Oh, that was solid. We got every one and didn't do a flip down. Oh, so close. Oh, I missed one. See? No rhythm. That's why I was never good at Guitar Hero. Now I'm stuck. Help, help. Just joking. Just joking. We're not stuck. Don't worry. Can I? Ooh, I can. Sweet. 2 layers down. Didn't know I'd land there. Hoop, hoop, hoop. Hello. Goodbye. Hoop, hoop. Parkour, parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour. Tee hee hee. Alright. Oh yeah, that's... I like it, I like it. And the way the light shines on it there. Hup, hup. Yeah, it looks very industrial over here. Oh, I like it. Parkour. And then this will tower higher than the gold farm. Also, I put in a little melon patch. But I'm not sure why I added a little melon patch. Maybe it's for an upcoming project. Huh. Guess you'll have to tune in another day to find out. Launch carrot. Well, I guess we'll just do the old... Oh, I know we just climbed up here, but we're getting dirt. Go get some temporary blocks. I think I got a bunch of dirt in here still. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you know, random idea? Like long, a whole bunch of them, like, I don't know, 30, 40 different lanterns, all hanging at like different lengths. Some really long ones. Oh, that looks so cool. Plans for the future. You see? Alright, I suppose. Now do we... Guess temp block here. I wonder if I can cheat so I can go like... Oh yeah. Nice. You just have to put a steep enough angle on it, because if I look down, then I can target that, and then I'll put it down there. But if I look, like, at a sharp enough angle, it still lets me do it. I thought we were just doing it. What the heck? Right, yeah, that is the end. We should be able to drag this out. Yeah. Speed build, speed build. Bup, 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 bup. What is this, the third layer? Oh yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough glass. That's okay. I'll leave my account AFK, and we'll restock on a bunch of iron. Got to restock on a bunch of bamboo, because I made a bunch of sticks and traded it. Traded a bunch of the iron. I composted a bunch of this. So yeah, probably leave my account AFK tonight. And then that will allow all the amethysts to grow, because they take a while. Like, I think they take like 2 hours to fully bloom, because they have to go through like 4 growth steps. Like I said, we're loading this one because I was like in this area in the gold farm prepping for this build and such, but I don't know if those 3 far ones, because it's like there. Oh, wait. This one. Oh, that one should be loaded though. Anyways, that's another time. Oh, now it's raining. How wonderful. Also, nothing I've ever considered before, but something I maybe should have considered. Can players get struck by lightning? Because I would hate to be building something during a thunderstorm and then be struck by lightning, and that's how I lose a hardcore playthrough. I'd be so sad. But something I was wondering, because one of my villagers was struck by lightning inside the trading hall. which has like other farms and stuff wrapping around it, so it must have like hit right at the corner, because it was only the one villager that changed, and it was only right on the one corner of the farm. But anyways, that made me think, like, can I be struck by lightning? Like, if you think about, like, I know it's Minecraft, but if you want to, like, extrapolate and be like, okay, well, it makes sense if I get struck in iron gear or copper or something. But if I'm wearing diamonds, like, are diamonds conductive? Maybe they are. Maybe they're in an insulator. I don't know. I feel like diamonds would be probably really good. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong then, because I want to say diamonds would be a good conductor because they're really like pure. So I feel like matter would pass through them easier. Anyways, moral of the story is I was like, actually, would you get struck by lightning if you were in a suit of diamond armor? But then I should be really saying is, actually, could you make a suit of armor out of diamond? And to that I say, probably not. And then that's when I stopped debating with myself about whether or not it makes sense to get struck by lightning being in diamond gear in Minecraft. This is how much I think about this game. I'm at work. Everyone's like, what are you thinking about? What are you doing later? I'm like, playing Minecraft. And they're like, oh yeah. Aren't you like turning 35 years old? And I'm like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I like my little block game. Also, tidbit of information. Pretty sure this game's Minecraft's original name was something like block game or cube game or something like that. So, that's food for thought. Also, we haven't been putting in our roof trapdoors. So we are going to have to backpedal and do that. And I've had these trapdoors since I was in my first 75-day grind before I even started streaming again. And I was sitting there thinking, like, what do I need out of wood? Before I just stack up a bunch of wood logs and wood planks, like, let's make this stuff that I know I use a lot of. So I made, like, stacks of chests, you know? I made all those trapdoors because, like, I know I'm going to end up making a creeper farm. So might as well get them. Oh, regardless, we're blowing through these. But yeah, very excited for this build. And then we'll have the sugarcane for the rockets. And then we'll have the gunpowder for the rockets. And then we're going to the end. I'm not procrastinating this time. Once we have I already have my ender chest all ready to go. Okay, one sec. I already have my ender chest all ready to go. I have a anvil in there, and a mending book, Unbreaking 3, and an anvil, so that when we go to the end and fight the dragon, we can just go end city raiding right away. And once we find an elytra, we can put unbreaking and mending on it right away. Grab a couple shulkers and then get out of there. Who am I kidding? We'll probably do a whole stream of just end city raiding. Anyways, back to building. And we should probably sleep again. 360 no scope. Because even after we, like, I don't plan on ending this world or something, or this playthrough after beating the dragon. But it's like, if we get ourselves to a comfortable point where we got, you have golden apples, well, you're gonna have a bunch of potions on demand. Then I'm down to fight the dragon. Because then we can just, we're free to just build whatever we want. And then not until, this is terrible, I don't want to build a raid farm in this world until after we beat the dragon. Because 3 of my playthroughs have come to a close for hardcore playthroughs. 3 of my worlds have come to a close because of a raid. 2, I got unalived in my own raid farm, and one of them was just a regular, like, ground-based raid where, like, I was just in some random village. And it was a free-for-all outside. And boy, oh boy, was it a free-for-all. And by free-for-all, I mean, like, everyone versus me. And I was like, there's 2 Ravagers. It was the last wave of the raid. It was only a level 1 raid. There was 2 Ravagers. One was a mount for a bow and arrow, or crossbow, I should say, guy. And then 2 of the, like, illager, here's Johnny guys. And I was just getting swamped. And, yeah, they absolutely just, I knew I was in danger and I was trying to get out of there and I was trying to gapple, but the knockback resistance that netherite armor has, like, kept me grounded as the Ravager was, like, using its, like, bash attack to knock me back. And so it was this weird, like, pummeled juggling of me trying to jump, them hitting me, and then the netherite gear with its knockback resistance, like, keeping my feet on the ground. And yeah, I just got, like, juggled, and yeah, that was it. Run over. Alas, we're back, we're here, we're on the same island, new file, same island. This is just from the, like, seed picker screen. You can go to, like, seed templates, and if you scroll pretty much down to the bottom and look for survival island, this is that seed, so you can try this all out yourself. If you feel so inclined. Also, I've now lost track of how many layers we're at. I want to say that this is like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even close, buddy. But okay, so 4 layers, so we're like at least halfway there. Halfway through the spawning platforms. Oh, and I still haven't gone back and put my ceiling in. The trapdoor ceiling. Oop. You know what I should do? An idea I was having was on real, like, grindy or repetitive episodes like this, I should, like, read read a short story or something off of like a subreddit, because I really enjoy like listening to them when I'm grinding stuff out. So maybe like reading one. I guess that doesn't make sense though, because then I'd have to be reading and playing at the same time. I doubt my brain can handle that. Or maybe I pull the trigger on my other creative outlet that I want to explore, and maybe I start writing spooky short stories and then just recording grindy Minecraft gameplay. Like, you know, whatever. Me in the gold farm for 3 hours, whacking away at zombified piglins, but then reading a short story I wrote. I don't know, maybe I'm a terrible author. But ever since I was a kid, I wanted to write, like, fantasy fiction. Like, I remember way back in the day on, like, my family's, like, first, like, hallway computer. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what I mean when I say hallway computer. Everyone else out there is like, what are you talking about? What's a hallway computer? My computer's in my bedroom. Anyways, and I remember writing this short story, and I don't know, in my like little brain it was good, and then years later, I was probably like very young. I want to say like 10 or 11 when I started writing this story. And I got a couple chapters done. Anyways, it's about like this young kid who finds a strange stone while he's out exploring in the woods, and it ends up being a dragon's egg, and he like hides it because he knows that, oh man, this is like 20 some years ago. He knows like in his gut that it wasn't just like a cool stone, even though he like presented it to his family and everything. He was like, oh, look at this like cool rock I found, and it's like pretty light for the size of rock it is and everything. And then his family was like, must just be his collecting phase. He is a young boy. Anyways, he ends up hatching the dragon, and then they go on adventures. But I only basically got up to like the dragon hatching and like him like being like, oh, I'm a growing boy, so I'm extra hungry, but do you also mind if I eat in my room? Kind of trope was going on. Anyways, regardless, I've always wanted to write short stories, and like the only thing I use the notepad on my phone for is I have one active notepad on my phone, and it's just like one single line, but that one line will trigger my memory of like the story hook that I thought of one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. So who knows, maybe that is something I do in the future. And then instead of a live stream, I can just like record Minecraft, like whatever, like I said, like building something like this where it's like super repetitive, but then just like dub over me reading a spooky story that I wrote. And who knows, maybe I would actually be pretty good at writing, because I don't watch movies, because I'm like, movies are so predictable. I don't know how anyone can enjoy movies. But short stories, short stories can be pretty good. I listen to a lot of short stories on a lot of different podcasts. that is by far, I've been more entertained by like a 30-minute short story on a podcast than like hours of film. Anyways, I digress. We are building a farm, and it's already night again. I feel like we just get over here, I just get into the rhythm of it, and then it's time to go. Go back to sleep. Hoop, hoop, hoop. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I will explore that creative outlet. Plus, it's like, you know, it makes sense. It'd be like screen maxing while listening to something. Another thing I've considered is like in the same vein of like recording footage of just like say just chopping down trees, right? And then recording like a solid hour of that, and then I was thinking of uploading that as well as a possible type of media for people to utilize as they see fit. But like just one of those like 1 hour of Minecraft gameplay, no talking, relaxing vibes. You know what I mean? One of those videos. Because that's another type of media that I enjoy. Is just like something like long play that I can put on before bed. So just different outlets I was thinking of exploring in the future here besides just live streaming for you. And then yeah, it would give me opportunity to have like short video content. The live streams are usually like an hour, so it's kind of like medium length video. And then we can do like, yeah, like 3 hours of mining in the nether. No, that sounds terrible. Relaxing to fall asleep to. Okay, I guess we'll go sleep. Did I? No, I didn't. Absolutely snap my ankles. It's okay. We trust in Feather Falling 4. There was one time on my last playthrough where I had taken my boots off for some silly reason. I think I was like trying to mend my pickaxe. And apparently if you take your mending gear off, it'll heal your tool you're trying to... Oh, that's gonna look so cool. Alright. Time for a little sip of the water. Be right back. Alrighty. And now counting from back here, real quick, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers so far. And then our AFK spot's going to be down here. And then in theory, because hoppers are transparent, in theory, we're going to put a little tunnel made of glass surrounding it. Because the XP we get from the trident tumbler should fall through the hoppers. And it'll also be a passive XP farm if we AFK there. And then from this spot, we'll load, I think I looked, and it should load the iron farm. Seymour, do we see any golems? Not currently, sir. Oh, yeah, okay, so we're still loading the iron farm from here. We're definitely loading all of the produce farms from here. And then I'm not sure about the geodes though, because there's that one, this one we should be loading, this one we should be loading, and those two have actually probably been, I don't know, because I'm never on that side except for to load the furnace. Anyways, let's get back to building. Definitely one more layer, maybe 3 more layers. But definitely... Definitely at least one more layer, though. Parkour. Absolutely no need to do this. Oh, rude. See? That's why I wanted to do the trapdoors. Oh, we never did the ceiling trapdoors. Oh my gosh. That's okay. Wee, wee, wee. Pull. Pull. There we go. Yeah, yeah, boy. Okay, we're getting more scaffolding up. That should do it. And that should be more than enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're not messing around anymore. Oop. Oop. Whee! What level are we on now? 107? I believe down there is 74. Or no. I don't remember what ground level is anymore. Dang it. Anyways. But there is like this sweet spot. And I can't remember how far. I know it's like 128 blocks and they start automatically despawning. But there's a distance where the mobs will like stop moving. So even though they're like spawning in, they'll just like stand there idly and then periodically despawn. And I can't remember what that zone is. So eventually going too high with your spawn platforms just is redundant building, essentially. Ooh, another perfect row. Oh, no. It's just so satisfying when you get perfect clicks going on. Oh man. Wow, we are flying through the resources here. I'm gonna have to spend time in the stone generator. At least we have a efficiency 5 and silk touch now. So the stone generator farm is that much more effective. It is just like a super basic one of those, like, sometimes you get cobblestone, sometimes you get stone farms. But it is good enough. It's better than going down to the mines. There's no way the sun's already... What? How is the sun already setting? We've been building for like 5 minutes. Aren't Minecraft days 20 minutes long? Or is that the day and night cycle? Yeah, I've been playing this game for like pretty much like at least 10 years. You think I'd know? Wow, at least 10 years. Holy smokes. Oop, oop. Also, if we end up having to switch trapdoor types, because the only wood I have on demand right now is spruce. I mean, I can go chop down more oak, like, you know. But if we end up with mismatched trapdoors on the last couple of layers, I'm gonna be sassy about it. Even though we'll never see these trapdoors. Well, I guess kind of when we get an elytra and we fly by, we'll see glimpses of the trapdoors briefly. Ooh. Is that a waning or is that full? I think that's a full moon. How beautiful. How magical. Oh, straight up started with a misclick. I guess we'll go sleep. That'd be a terrible farm to fall into. Nah. Mr. Spooky Scary Guy. Hoop, 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 hoop. Hoop. Sleep. Look at it. It's beautiful. Just like you. Awesome. Well, coming up on an hour and a half. I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you for joining me in this very simple, slower paced, very repetitive. But hey, maybe that's what you like. Maybe you like just a nice, slow, repetitive gameplay. But I want to thank you, regardless, for tuning in today. Definitely going to be using this farm quite a bit in the future. But I want to thank you for tuning in. And we will catch you in the next episode. Oh, and remember, stay odd. Bye-bye.